Hello to all. I am Nauni here today with another video. Yes. Happy Friday to everyone. I hope everyone's having a good start to their weekend. But I think we should start off talking about hygiene. So the question, does getting an STI or having herpes mean you have bad hygiene? No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. It does not mean that you have bad hygiene. I like to think that I am a very clean and thorough person. Just know when you're clean, there's just standards and hygiene tests, self-tests, that you just know, whether you're a clean person or not. But then again, who just wants to be dirty? So maybe dirty people don't know they're dirty. I don't know. There are some cases in which hygiene is an issue. And that can lead to contraction more easily, but not direct causation. So, what causes STIs and herpes? Having unprotected sex. That's it. And I would like to think if you are having sex, opening yourself, especially for women, literally, you are clean in doing so. Of course, I am a female and I am only going to know the hygienic parts on the female side. So males out there, sorry, I would just assume you wash your balls. Wash your balls, get tested frequently depending on your sexual activity and your relationship status. That is the only advice I have for you males out there. So I understand if you guys are no longer wanting to watch this video because I'm going to go into hygienic tips for females or hygiene routines, hygiene tips, we'll just call them that. So for my females out there, you know that our vagina is always going through something, it seems like. We are always in a cycle. We are either on our period, preparing for our period, in ovulation, or coming from our period. So it's like, there's always a cycle going on. I mean, our vaginas are self-cleansing, for Christ's sake. So there's constantly stuff coming out of our vaginas as well. And that is not always bad. If you don't have things coming out of your vagina, then you might want to worry because then your vagina is not pushing out the toxins and waste product by itself, which that's an issue. So if you didn't know that already, yes, your vagina is self-cleansing. Yes, discharge is absolutely normal. There will be colors and consistencies that will be different and let you know whether or not it's healthy. And I'll make a video specifically for that. As far as just basic hygiene tips, ladies, yes, you want your vagina to smell like flowers and roses and unicorns and rainbows and cotton candy swirl for your man. Absolutely. But do not use scented products for that. And I had a bad habit of using Summer's Eve. I would use that shit religiously. Constantly. Not that that's a bad product, but I was using it like every day with my showering. And that is not necessary. Sometimes using scented things like that can throw off your pH balance and can give you issues. It can sometimes do more harm than good, pretty much. So you want to definitely be careful with the products that you're using. I am a more natural person and I really like having things with the least amount of ingredients. That's what I look for as far as products as a whole. But back to the vagina, you don't want to use anything scented or with a lot of ingredients, period. Honestly, you really don't need anything. Hot water and an unscented, I would recommend natural soap, will do the trick, and only for external use. You only want to do around your vagina. I would say you can go in your ass crack. I don't see a problem with that. Around the vagina, you definitely don't want to go inside, not with anything except water. So that is the only washing technique that you use. So if you're using Summer's Eve, use it on occasions, like if you about to, get your shit smacked on like the Nash snack, like the last snack. Oh, shit smacked on like the Nash. Can I say this shit right? To get your shit smacked on like the last snack. Then you can use it. It's not gonna be that bad. As far as every day, not necessary. Do not use it inside. Nothing should go inside your vagina, and I learned that. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Not soap, not douching. Do not douche. That when you douche, you take out all of the contents of your vagina. And within our vagina, we have good flora and we have bad flora, and that's pretty much bacteria. So we have our good, bad bacteria fighting bacteria, and then we have, of course, the bad bacteria that's building up. So when you wash out your vagina, you kind of wash out all of that, and so you throw off your flora as well as your pH balance. So you don't want to do that. Don't want to douche at all. Things come out as they should. And what was my next point? Not put anything in the vagina. I know that I had a bad a bad habit of sticking my fingers in my vagina because I want to know what's inside. If you can't tell already, I'm a very curious person. I will seek to find my answers. Stick my fingers in my vagina and I will, you know, look what's going on, what looks normal to me. And you gotta do the smell test. Okay, I don't know if people do that, or I don't know if that's just me, but I do that. So yes, and you really shouldn't, because you can have dirty fingernails, you can have shit on your hands that you have just from touching your phone. Like, there's bacteria that's spread every which way. So you want to keep your fingers out of your vagina too, if you can help it. Unless it's playtime by yourself, then in that case, that's acceptable. Clean fingernails though. As far as cleanliness, cleaning, nothing goes into the vagina. External use only. Use unscented, natural soap. Look for things with the least amount of ingredients. Stuff may say pH balanced and pH this, pH that. Turn it around. If it has more than 7-10 ingredients, all those chemicals do not belong inside your body. So don't use them, even if it's for your vagina. That's how you keep your vagina clean and healthy. It will smell your natural scent, and that's gonna be that. I also use Summer's Eve deodorant spray. That I don't see as being so bad just because it's a deodorant spray. And you typically don't spray it inside your vagina. If you are, that is not okay. Do not do that. Spray it just like in your pants. That's it. That's it and that's all. So that is okay. As far as like overall smell goes, just when you're entering the gates of heaven, that it just has that whiff of greatness, that's okay. But no other scented products at all. And even if you can resist from using the deodorant, I would do that as well. Because our natural smell is our natural smell. Like, it is what it is. And hey, you better like it how it comes, or you can't have it at all. Sorry. I would also recommend, for hygiene tips, a daily probiotic. I, of course, would recommend a natural probiotic that actually states the active ingredients.
And
the more active ingredients there is, the better that it is. The more things that it's protecting you against, so to speak. So a daily probiotic, I would recommend natural. Doesn't have to particularly be natural, but I'm the natural person, so if there's a way that I can take something and it's natural, if I can get it out of my diet, I would much rather that than even taking a supplement. But as far as probiotic goes, as far as feminine health, that's going to be the only way to get that done the best way with all the active ingredients that come in a probiotic. Women, we have a pap smear that we get every 3 years starting at the age of 21. If you're not 21 yet, it's not necessary for you to get a pap smear unless you have been sexually active for quite some time. And of course, if you're not using protection, then I would recommend doing that. But a pap smear will give you a swab, or they'll give you a swab of your vagina, and it'll test you for any cancerous cells in your vagina, cervical cancer. You can also, a pap smear is not testing. So if you ever got a pap smear and thought that you were getting tested, that is not the case. A pap smear is only doing a pelvic exam, physically where they're manipulating your body in certain ways, seeing if you feel pain when they touch a certain spot, that physical pelvic exam, and then the swab of your cells. But you can also get tested in the same breath, whether they get the swab testing or you can do a urine test. So you can't do them at the same time, but pap smear does not equal testing. So I want to clear that up. Pap smear is every 3 years, again, after the age of 21. After the age of, I believe it is, excuse me, I got some talking points here. After the age of 30, it becomes every 5 years. So you want to get that pap smear done accordingly. And then testing. You want to get tested depending on your sexual activity and your relationship status. I feel like relationship status is a huge thing, because if you've been in a relationship for a long time, odds are you're not going to need to get tested. Of course, if your partner is what do you call that? Faithful. There we go. If your partner is faithful, then you won't have to get tested as frequently. People that are in relationships don't seem to go through problems as frequently as a single like a Pringle ready to mingle people. Yeah, we're out here wild child and testing the waters. Think we're talking to somebody and then it turns into nothing. So we talk to somebody else and it turns into nothing again. And then we talk to somebody else and then it's a cycle. Of course, in this day and age, a lot of talking is also sex, sleeping together. So depending on that, will tell you just how frequently you should get tested, as well as whether or not you're using protection. That's also a key thing. So I would say every 3 to 6 months, depending on how sexually active you are as a single person. I would say if you're in a relationship long term, once a year is fine. 6 months if you feel like you got somebody that be feeling a little froggy at times. If you ever dealt with a cheating situation or an STI situation before, don't put it past them this time. Get tested every about 6 months, I would say. So that's gonna be pretty much about all the tips on hygiene that I have for you guys. Just showering, leave the vagina alone, let it do its own thing. It'll tell you when there's a problem. Most definitely your discharge will change, your smell will change, your consistency will change, and so that will give you insight on whether or not you need to take other steps as far as your cleanliness or not. But there's things that can happen to the vagina, like bacterial vaginosis and yeast infections that are very, very, very common among females that are not sexually transmitted, but still issues that we have with the vagina. So I will also make a video on that. And if there's any other questions that you guys have for me as far as hygiene goes, I'm definitely more than open to answering them. But again, to reiterate, getting an STI or having herpes or even HIV does not determine your cleanliness as a person or as a vagina. So always remember that. And that sums up today's video, and I hope this topic was helpful for some of you guys out there. Not guys, gals. And you know what? I am trying to work on my use of guys. It's not a word that I should use. I should be able to address everyone and say you all. That's why I usually try to use you all, but I do slip up sometimes and say guys, but I'm not talking to just guys. So gals out there, I do apologize, but I hope this video was helpful for you. And if you have any questions, please comment. Again, like, share, subscribe. I will be making videos more frequently and uploading them so I can give you guys some more content. I feel like there's some people out there that can really relate to me and may or may not want to say it out loud. That's the end of today's video. Thank you all for watching so much. I hope that this connects with you better with me looking in the right place on my phone. Yes, and also another side note, if I ever look crazy, I'm recording off my phone, so I'm getting messages as I'm recording. And sometimes I have crazy messages come through, like the last video where I gotta like hit you with the side neck, read it, come back to life real quick, and proceed. I will be uploading soon, and even if somebody has some questions, some ideas for me as far as what you would like to see, a video that I should make, I'm here to help. I'm here to help spread the positivity, spread the cleanliness, spread the awareness of everything. So please just let me know. But thank you again so much for watching. I'm Nauni, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. This never fucking works.